Jeff Mayweather, thank you for inviting me to your home.
Get out. God damn it.
I'm so respectful of you, though.
Yeah. Everybody said I should whoop your ass. I'm starting to think I should whoop your ass too.
Yeah, but one of us is undefeated, so I think you know better.
I forgot. That's right.
All right. One boxer's made some news here recently. Tyson Fury picked Conor McGregor to beat Floyd Mayweather within 35 seconds or so of the first round. What do you think of his assessment, and are you surprised that a boxer would actually say that?
Well, I'm not surprised. I mean, like I said, anybody is entitled to their opinion. But I mean, who really take his opinion serious? Gave away the world title without even defending it or anything. You know, I mean, so he's a clown.
So you think he's more looking to make news? Because, I mean, anything can happen in a boxing ring. You know, Conor can win, but the odds of that are slim. I mean, does it shock you that a boxer would say that this MMA guy's going to come in there and take out one of the best ever?
No, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, because it's not really based on, I don't think his opinion is based on whether it's a boxer or not. It's just the fact that maybe him and Conor McGregor's a friend or something. You know, I mean, who knows? But
or trying to get his name in the headlines again.
Oh yes, because the fact is that there's been no spotlight on him for a long time. So by saying something like this, all of a sudden now Tyson Fury has some press again.
And actually, when we had the Mayweather boxing show, I said this. So in one sense, I do agree with him. Do you agree with the fact that if by chance Conor did win, it probably would be within the first 35 seconds? Because I don't think he's going to outbox him for 12 rounds. So it almost had to be something early when he comes in fresh as can be and throwing haymakers.
I mean, of course. I mean, that will be his only chance. But his only chance is just like everybody else's.
Right.
Only chance.
Like you say, he's not going to beat, but he's not going to outbox him for 12 rounds, so he beats him probably early.
Well, the one thing is this, like I said, everybody says the same thing before they fight Floyd until they get in the ring with him, and everything is different.
How is it different with Floyd? You know, the criticism Floyd doesn't punch hard enough. He's just there's nothing to be worried about. What do people realize who think they can beat him going in? Mike Tyson era has a plan to get punched in the face, but Floyd's not a huge puncher, especially later in his career.
Right.
So what is it that they realize quickly when they step in the ring with Floyd Mayweather that it's not like fighting with anybody else?
I'll tell you what, go on YouTube and look at Andre Berto. He can tell you best because he went in there thinking that he was going to do this and he was going to do that. And every other fighter that been in the ring with Floyd, they thought just like he did that. Floyd doesn't punch hard. He doesn't do this. He don't do that. But I mean, Floyd's a master of his craft. Not only when he's in the ring, but even when you listen to Andre Berto even said that he's even a master when he's sitting down, because he'll sit down and let you know that he's still fresh while you over there looking and you're wincing and you don't know what's going on, but he's over there having fun, and basically. So Floyd, I mean, it's so many different things that Floyd does in the ring that people don't see or don't even respect. They don't even know the mind games that he play. They don't know the fact that, I mean, he's a kid. He's a guy that don't get tired at all. So, and but he's human. He's human just like everyone else. But the one thing is this: he's the fastest fighter ever in the history of boxing. No, I ain't talking about speed. I'm talking about to make adjustments in the ring, because if something he does doesn't work, he's going to try it a few times. And if it don't work, he's going to find something else. And then he's going to find something else. And then the one thing, once it's consistent, it works, he's going to use it until you figure out what he's doing. Then he's going to try something totally different. And I mean, and that's the one thing that Floyd is, it's like this. I always compare it to, like, you have, like nowadays, people send their kids to school at 1 year old. Okay, and then like you have other people who generally don't even know that kids can go to school at 1 year old. But if I take my kid who's been going to school since he's 1 year old, and I put him next to the kid that's just starting school at 5 years old, my kid is 4 years ahead of that student. And that's basically how Floyd is when he steps in the ring.
Conor's got to catch up that quick in 2 months.
Yeah, I mean, and how can he?
Right.
You know, and so I mean, and that's the one part that people don't understand is that anytime you start something young enough, and if the most important part is this, you had to have passion. Once you fall in love with what you're doing, I mean, all the greats, Michael Jackson, Sammy Davis. I want to give you a white guy too, but you know I don't know one. So
what?
Like who?
Great what? Anything? Babe Ruth.
Okay, Babe Ruth. Goddamn it. I don't know how young he was.
David Hasselhoff.
Okay, David Hasselhoff. Whoever else. I don't know what the fuck. You know what I mean? But what I'm saying is this:
Donald Trump.
I know my own people. I know my own people, and I know the ones that started young. You know, started their craft young. They became superstars in whatever they done. And that's the same thing that happened for Floyd, because once you start young enough and you create a passion and you fall in love with what you're doing, you own that craft and you're so many steps ahead of the person that's in there with you. They don't even realize that by the time they step in the ring with you, Floyd is 4 steps ahead of you. He already know what you're going to do before you even know it.
You had said that Floyd doesn't get tired, which is true. That's one of, if not his greatest strength. I mean, he's always got the energy. Conor's biggest fault might be the fact that he doesn't have a great gas tank, at least in some fights he's shown where he's. So do you think you'll see a desperation out of Conor early, knowing that he figured that's probably his best shot?
I mean, I'm sure that Conor knows that the only chance he has is to try to rush in, you know, and hopefully land a big shot. And that's his only chance that he has, you know. But when it comes to skills, you're talking about Conor's here on Earth, Floyd's up in the atmosphere somewhere.
And even if Conor can neutralize him the first 4 or 5 rounds, I mean, as it got deeper waters,
Yeah, I can neutralize him.
No, but even if he did, do you think in later rounds when his gas tank fades, Floyd's there, it's just going to be more and more lopsided?
Well, I mean, like I said, I see this fight being more like a Toro Gotti fight, and that's what I really do. That's what I really see. I see that at some point in time when Conor, he's going to get tired because, first of all, he's going to be missing all those punches. And every time you throw big punches and you don't land, you're throwing away energy. And I would say probably 3 or 4 rounds at the most, he'll be depleted. And from there, Floyd's going to own him.
Are both these guys looking to cash out? I mean, Floyd basically admitted as much. I mean, he was retired. He came in just for his fight.
Don't get me wrong. I mean, the one thing is this. I mean, I think they're both, of course, looking to cash out.
Because if Conor is, you know, then he...
Don't get me wrong. No, the thing is this, is that, of course, they're both looking to cash out because it's prize fighting. Nobody fights for free. And plus, the one thing...
No, I just mean that one last big payday in the league, because I said Floyd was already retired, and he just came up for this.
And I mean, don't get me wrong, and that's why Floyd came back. Floyd came back for one fight, and that's for Conor McGregor. Floyd ain't coming back to try to fight nobody else, and everybody else is still barking and still waiting and still saying they want their turn, because what they want is they just want an opportunity, because they know instantly they become an instant millionaire by fighting Floyd. So you're going to still have guys that's sitting on the sideline right now that's you know, boxers. They're still sitting around waiting and trying to bark and you know, for an opportunity.
My point for the question was not so much on Floyd's side, but on Conor's. I mean, if he is looking to cash out, if this is, you know, he's going to make his big payday and be done, I mean, do you think that's going to change his mindset coming in? He kind of accepts his fate and just knows he's going to get paid handsomely for it, and that's it, or?
I mean, I don't think so. I think you know, Conor is a lot like Floyd in that aspect. I mean, I think they're both very proud men, and that they're going to go out on their sword, either one of them, you know. And I think that neither one of them is not going to disappoint the fans. I think that I think that even if Conor, no matter what happens with him in the fight, I still think that he's going to give his best.
Kevin Lee said when we were talking to him that Floyd's not afraid to make a fight boring, you know, to win and do what's necessary to win. He doesn't care. In this fight, is that going to be the same thing, or the fact that you think he'll have such a talent advantage that he will look to step up the entertainment value?
The one thing is this: it's not about whether the fight is boring or not. it's about getting your hand raised.
Right.
And obviously, Floyd's a master at that because he's the only other one other than Rocky Marciano that's 49-0. Well, he undefeated like you, except that motherfucker in the parking lot will beat your ass. I had to tell everybody about that. But no, so I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, the thing is this: is that, like I said, Floyd, he's 49-0 for a reason.
Yeah, I mean, do you think that he'll change his approach in any way? If things go like they should, if he's got a clear talent advantage, do you think he'll look to step up the entertainment game, or he's going to have a plan, he's going to stick to it regardless of whether or not it's entertaining?
No, I think that Floyd's going to do whatever it takes to win. That's what I really do. I mean, he's a winner. He's a winner at heart, and he's a proven winner. And basically, that's what he's going to do. He's going to do what's necessary to win.
All right, switching gears a little bit. If Floyd comes through unscathed here, Manny Pacquiao said he would like another fight with him. If he comes through against Jeff Horn impressively, that is a big money fight. Floyd would be confident based on the last fight going in that he can still handle Manny. It's not even one of these young guys up and coming. It's someone he's comfortable with. Any chance that Floyd could say, all right, let's do this again?
No, I don't think so. I think that whole persona, the build up and everything else, I think that at the end of the day, I think that more people were disappointed than happy about not necessarily about the results, but just the way the fight went, because of the fact that Floyd was so dominant, and basically it was one of those situations, kind of like you said, Floyd won by being smart, and we've seen Floyd fight this fight plenty of times, and he didn't let Manny get a chance to get off anything. And so at the end of the day, then Manny turned around and told a just bold-faced lie about the fact of his shoulder being whatever, because not once did he complain was he in the corner. If he had a torn rotator cuff, there's no way he would have even been in the ring.
But it seems like most of the people the majority blame Manny for that fight not being entertaining, as opposed to Floyd. And Floyd's never really cared. He's cared most about having his hand raised. So if that's the case, and he's got another potential, $100 million payday, why not take it?
Why?
$100 million or
no,
whatever.
Because of the fact is that after this fight, Floyd will probably be the first fighter to ever make. He's already the highest paid fighter, but he will be the first fighter ever to make over $1 billion earnings in the ring. So, I mean, I don't think it's about the money. I think it's about the right opportunity against the right guy, as opposed to, I think Floyd was fully retired for 2 years.
Well, another thing you had said that you don't think if he beats Conor that people are going to give him credit for the 15-0 because of who he fights. Now, if he goes and fights Manny again, he would get that credit.
Yeah, he'll get that credit, but who cares? At the end of the day, who cares? Because
doesn't Floyd? I mean, Floyd loves that O. I mean, of course, he still has it, but
he loves the O, and it ain't going nowhere.
Right.
Even if it's at 50, it ain't going nowhere. And no matter what, you still have to claim that he has the record, because he would have done it in the boxing ring.
He was retired and said he wouldn't come back for this fight. So do you think that 15-0 means that much to him, or just retiring undefeated no matter what?
I just think that this is an opportunity that basically it's almost like, for instance, let's say hypothetically you're a golfer and I'm a boxer. Okay, that's like me going out there playing Tiger Woods. What am I going to do? Realistically, what am I going to do?
You're going to get your ass beat.
Exactly. Same thing with Conor.
Yeah. If Conor McGregor never existed, what are the chances we would have seen Floyd fight again?
I don't think he would have. I think he would have stayed retired. I really, honestly do. I mean, he started to, he's starting to be more hands-on in his business. More hands-on with his fighters. And fortunately, I mean, he's doing a pretty good job. I mean, he's created, 3 world champions, and to be honest, they were all 3 world champions that no one believed would ever be world champions. Nobody never heard of these guys, But so he's doing well. He's doing well as a promoter.
All right, 2 more quick ones. Outside of Manny, any chance anyone, if Floyd comes through here, that he would fight anybody under any circumstances?
I don't think so. I think this is it. This is one and done.
All right, and if by some miracle Conor did win this fight, what would Floyd do? Would he fight again, or would he fade off in the sunset, or what would he do, just grin and bear it?
Well, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I can't see that bullshit happening, so I'm not even conceiving or even saying no dumb shit like that. So I can't give you no answer to that bullshit.
Well, but Conor can knock out an elephant with one punch. So if he hits Floyd, you know it's over.
Yeah, okay. I don't know what fucking elephant he hit, but I know that he's not finna hit Floyd clean.
Well, I do want to ask you one thing. You work with MMA guys extensively. People seem to think that MMA gloves at 4 ounces, boxing gloves at 8 or 10 ounces, there's a huge difference. How much difference is there?
I mean, to be honest, there's really no difference. Don't get me wrong. It's difference in when your impact of your punch or somebody, but at the same time, I mean, it doesn't really matter because what people don't realize is this. So what? If I have on 4 ounce gloves, I'm still gonna be the same person. If I got on 8 ounces, it don't make no difference. It's not gonna change who I am. You know, it may change the impact of my punching just a little bit, but it's not gonna change who I am or how I deliver my punches.
And Floyd and Conor's not going to be able to walk through all day.
No, I mean, don't get me wrong. All that bullshit that people think that's gonna happen, that's not gonna happen. Because the one thing is this, like I said, he's barely gonna touch Floyd at all, and that's what people don't realize. That this man he's not gonna catch Floyd with that wild bullshit he's throwing. Floyd's been in with Hall of Famers. You think that this dude, that fucking is amateur champion like you like to boast? He ain't finna beat no goddamn Floyd.
Badu Jack predicted a body shot knockout. The detractors say, man, this guy gets kicked all the time. No one's gonna body shot knock him out.
You say that bullshit too. What you talking about, motherfucker? I'm trying to back up off it now.
No, but what's the difference there as far as? You know, I mean, he's been kicked, but he can't. Anyone can be knocked out.
No, don't get me wrong. The one thing is this, and this just applies to life in general. It's just like if I live in Vegas, right? It's hot as hell here all the time. You know what? I gotta make adjustments. I gotta know when to go in the house and out the house, and that's the same thing with any sport. It's no different. You gotta make adjustments. You know, and so basically it's not about whether a guy get kicks in the head, a guy get dude with all that bullshit, because first of all, he's not gonna use his feet, and plus the one thing is this, he never been hit by Floyd, and the one thing is this, it doesn't matter if everybody think that Floyd can't punch. Ask those other 49 motherfuckers what happened.
Why is this fight at 154?
Floyd's getting older. He's getting older.
So you don't think it's a concession to Conor? It's a concession because what does Floyd walk around at? He's in good shape.
I mean, Floyd walks around, but you talking about a man that's been laid off for 2 years.
Yeah.
So Floyd. I mean, don't get me wrong. Floyd's still not gonna lose a lot of weight. Right. Floyd just, I mean, the one thing is this, is that he probably just don't want to force his body to go down any more than he needs to.
But do you think that
he will beat Conor at any fucking weight? Right. But so it doesn't matter.
So it's not a concession.
It's not a concession to Conor. I mean, I think that what it is that at Floyd's age now, he just turned 40 years old, and Floyd's always been, in tip-top shape. I mean, still in great shape now, even today. But the one thing is this, is that I don't think that, the weight cut is a big deal. It's a situation in which it's just like, I remember when at one point in time, I used to box when I was a fighter. I used to box heavyweights. I used to box. It didn't matter, because if I got more experience than you, and I got, more knowledge than you, it don't make no difference what you weigh. All that is just weight. It don't mean nothing it don't mean nothing as far as your knowledge of the game or anything like that. And so, just like with Conor weighing in at 150 or whatever, Conor he come from fucking 175 or something like that. So he's still doing a huge weight cut, but it doesn't matter because he's used to that. But I don't think that caters to him or anything. Floyd already won the title at 154 twice. World title boxing.
But it does give Conor. I mean, I'm sure Conor's very
I
happy.
mean,
as one
I'm sure Conor's happy about it, but he ain't gonna be happy at the end. He gonna be happy about the paycheck, but he still ain't gonna be happy about that ass whooping he getting.
So basically, you could beat Anthony Joshua, is what you're saying.
Shit, I can't fuck with Joshua. Joshua
You
hit
just
me
said
upside.
your knowledge.
I ain't said.
Does it matter? Should I spar with heavyweights? It doesn't matter.
I said, what they got this motherfucker gold medalist. That motherfucker hit me upside my head. He knocked me from the UK all the way back to the United States.
All right, Jeff. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man.